My subject today is on follow-up, and I am going to tell you guys honestly and truly, you've probably heard this quote before, fortune is in the follow-up, and it is totally true. Um, it's by having a good customer service base and by following up with people, you're going to be building your team, you're going to be building customer base, you're going to be building relationships, and things will grow from there. Right now, follow-up is a fear-based word. So today we are going to change that. You are not going to be scared of doing follow-up. And why do you think that people don't want to follow up? Anybody have any reasons why follow-up is such a fear to do? I mean, why we don't want to have to do that? Honestly and truly, I don't mind following up with my customers, but to reaching out and following up that way, I get a little, I don't know why. I'm getting way better, but it is kind of nerve-wracking at times. But 40% of people say they don't want to appear pushy. They are nervous to develop a relationship. They feel like they can't connect with people. And I hate a pushy salesperson. I mean, I sold for Verizon for 10 years, and I wasn't not going to be a pushy salesperson. I was their business rep, and I was successful, but I wasn't pushy, and I think that that's why I was more successful. Because do you ever go to like a car lot and you're looking for a car and that person will not leave you alone? That is the kind of salesperson I just get so annoying. 23% of people or salespeople say they forget, they have no system, they have no skill set. 17% say that it's the fear factor. They want to avoid the word no. And 10% make false assumption. They assume that people don't want them to bother them, or they feel like they don't have to contact those people because if those people want it, they'll contact them. So the bottom line is how do I connect with people? And that's kind of what we're going to talk about. Some phrases or some things to say when you're trying to connect with people is I'm just curious, or have you ever considered, or most people find, these are different ways that you can approach people. I think this could be a good fit for you. So I'm going to list those down and also put a Wix shout out on everything that I talk about today, so that you guys have it and you can always refer to it, and you can actually take the Wix shout out and make your own shout out for your downline or for people or just for you. So we are in the business of sharing. Just like you found an awesome restaurant. You want to tell everybody about it, right? Or a boutique, or some special kind of shoe, or anything. You always want to tell all your friends or your family, hey, I tried these. These are the best thing ever. You need to try it. And so that's something that, that we are in the business of doing. We are sharing what we know, and we are building relationships, and we are getting to know. And one thing that you have to do is you have to get to know your customer and get to know what they like, what they don't like, what fits for them. So it's really actually doing a lot of research. When you find somebody on Facebook or Instagram, it's going back into their feed and leaving comments and seeing kind of what they're all about, and what things they like and what they don't like. One thing that I did do is, you know, and different interests that you have. Like I follow people that do cakes. I follow these one girls on Facebook who refurnish furniture. They do it in activewear. Just different hobbies, different things that you like to do. Follow those different people. It doesn't always have to be a person who is at the gym, or people, you know, reach out to different, you know, soccer moms, things that you have in common with other people, you know, that you would be able to relate to. So the first thing that I always do is always follow up with my customers, people who have bought from me. Like I really like to, I send emails, but I'm always afraid it's going to go to their junk. So I like to send a text. And when I know that they have received their outfit or their bra or tank or whatever, I always reach out and say, hey, this is Jill Wiscombe, or this is Jill from Zaya. I just noticed that you received your bra or your tank. I was just curious to see how it fit. Do you like it? Sometimes I'll even ask if they, you know, if they text back and say, I love it, I'll say, hey, when you wear it, would you mind taking a picture and sending it to me? You know, that way that you can always post and show that people like the product. But also it's a way to, I mean, the best thing is when they follow back and say, I always follow up also with, especially if they like it and they want it, or they want more or anything, I always follow up with, hey, you know, have you thought about doing a party? You can get free stuff. And if they say yes, then that's a plus. If no, don't realize that that's not a no, but maybe later on they will. Also at that same time, I can, if there's any returns, if something's defective, if anything needs to be, you know, if she needs a different size, you can take care of that right then. And that's an important thing to do, is to, you know, make sure as soon as you know that that customer has what they received, their item, to follow up right away. The next thing I do is a couple things. I talked to him about parties. Let's see. Another thing is when you're asking him if you want to do a party, that is a way you guys have to realize that you're going to be meeting and getting to know more and more and more people. So that's a way that you're going to build and broaden your customer base, get to know more people, and then finding new ways to reach out to all these other different people. So I, you know, I always ask if the customer wants to do a party, see if they love the outfit. I also follow up with all my hostess. When I talk to my hostess, I always say, hey, you know, you have, let's say they did $1,000 party. Do you maybe want to, you know, I've noticed that you've bought quite a few things from Zaya and you love them. Have you ever thought about maybe selling or being a rep? You can take your $150 and put it towards the starter kit. This would be a great opportunity, and I know that you would be awesome at selling Zaya. If they say no, you have to realize that's okay, because she's probably going to be the person who hosts 2 or 3 parties a year, and you love those people too. And always remember that maybe the second or third time she does a party, that's when she'll decide that that's when she wants to sell it. This is a great way to approach people to say, hey, do you want to take that and become your hostess rewards and become a rep? And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But most often you're going to realize that your customers and people who host parties are the ones that are going to become your reps. And that's good because you've got a relationship already built right there. Let's see. Always remember that customers always become great hostesses, potential reps. Let's see, what else do I need to go over? Your tracking your system. I've talked about this for the last couple weeks about having a system set up, getting a folder, having one section be for hostess, one section be for reps, one section for customers. Jamie talked about it yesterday, 2 + 2 + 2. You need to do that. And I have that in this week's shout out. You guys will really love it. Always remember, reach out to 20 people, 20 hostesses, whether it's going to be for hostessing, whether it's going to be to let them know about Zaya and the new products, that we're a new company. These are a system. If you have a system set up and you do this consistently, you have to be consistent, then you will build a good customer base and you will build a really good foundation for your business. And always keep doing it. I know that it's hard to get no's. I know that it's hard when you're first starting out, that nobody's reaching out back to you. But the more that you do it and the more that you keep this system in place, you will, I promise you, you will be successful. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys today as far as follow-up. Be consistent with your customers. Always, I also post some thank you cards that you can copy and maybe go to Steamrollers if you are a copy place that you have. Another place is Vistaprint is really good to you'd be able to send a thank you card. And on the back of the thank you cards, I always have how to care for your Zaya, because I think that's important for customers to know. I really actually wish customer service or corporate would send a care on how to take care of your Zaya wear. So I will have all that stuff. And